Hey guys, it's Levi here, and in this video I'm going to be going through a few of the AI-based client acquisition tools and strategies that I've been using for my business. So I'm going to keep this pretty high level, not a lot of coding going on. Some of my videos are pretty technical, but effectively I run an AI consultancy where I work hands-on with engineering tools and AI implementation for different businesses, but I also am putting together a info product, which is a data science and AI engineering course. And I've been using the client acquisition tools or AI-based client acquisition tools for both of those. So I think this video is going to be useful for you, whether you're in the info product space, you're a data scientist just learning about how things are working, or if you're a business owner and you're interested in getting more clients. So I think first thing that we could look at probably is my website, which has two different AI-based client acquisition tools. So this is my website, Journeyman AI, and we are specifically focused on implementing these kinds of tools for different businesses. We're also focused on client discovery and onboarding and knowledge extraction, which I've been working on a few SaaS type tools for unsupervised learning here. But effectively, what's on my website is this demo for a SMS agent. And this graph actually it's not the best visual, but it basically asks some information from you. It tries to qualify you. It can generate a quote for you, and it can actually set an appointment for you over text message. So it's really simple. If you want to try it out, it's totally free on my website, journeymanai.io. And you just put in your name, phone number, email. You have to opt in, and which is definitely a big thing with setting up any SMS-based. It's way more strict than email marketing. So you definitely have to ask the user to opt in before you send them marketing messages. And I've set this up with Twilio. I've set it up on a server, AWS server, Twilio. I'm using GPT for the AI backend, and I'm using LangChain, or actually in this case, LangGraph, to integrate with the tool. And the tool is a custom calendar booking tool that I've created with Google Calendar. So you just put in your name and stuff in here, and then it'll send you a text like, hey, how are you doing? What brings you to Journeyman AI? How can I help you? And it has encoded within it some logic about what we charge for different services. So I think it's pretty cool, and it's definitely something I've definitely seen SMS marketing, but having it be so customizable, I think is really nice. The next thing I have on my website is actually effectively the same thing, but it's this chainlet chatbot that's embedded on the site. So this is also custom that I'm running on the side. So it has this like initial message. It collects some information from you. Effectively, it's like a lead collection here. Is there any particular service you're interested in, or could you tell? So I'll just say that I'm a law firm and we are looking for some client acquisition tools. Okay. So I'll just say, use your best judgment for the ideal use case. I don't know. The nice thing here is that it's not pre-programmed to go through a specific. I'll just say, give us a quote. Yeah, it's not pre-programmed like a lot of the old school chatbots. It can really be very nimble. And here you see, it's actually spitting out the quote. If you want some out-of-the-box solution, that's how much it's going to cost. Timeline. If you want a custom client acquisition with recommendation systems, it's going to be a retainer and it's going to take longer, right? So, and then in this case, we can set up a meeting. So I'll say, let's set up a meeting for next Tuesday at 2. Yes, that's still my email. Okay, so you can see it's actually booked I can even show you probably. So you see here, it's booked the appointment. I think that's pretty cool, and it's been working as far as some people have been using it. Okay, so next thing we can look at, which is more on the info product side. So one thing I've been working on is creating like effectively like a career growth toolkit. So I could show you what I've created with this tool called Gamma. So Gamma, I think, is really neat. And this is more on the info product education side. So with Gamma, it'll actually generate documents, PowerPoints for you. I think I want to err on the side of not depending too much on AI because everybody can spot AI content these days. So my goal is really just to say, how can I use these tools to just get the stuff out, the valuable stuff out faster, but I'm still quality checking. I really am adding a lot of my own wording to things. It's really a lot of back and forth. So you really want to learn how to use AI. What are the best tools to use for whatever business you're in? And this is a 33-page guide that I've put together if you want to get started in AI, and it's built using Gamma. So I've put in a bunch of stuff. I'm using Dolly for the images, and I basically sketched out like a full timeline for how you can become a data scientist, an ML engineer, some information about the course and stuff like that. So if you're interested, I'll put a link below, but let's make a new Gamma. So what we can do is I could show you how this works. We want to make a presentation. Let's make a presentation. Client acquisition strategies using AI in the, in the agency space. And then here you can pick out how many PowerPoint slides you want. Okay, so it's going to generate an outline for us. And then here you can tweak some things. So you can say how much text and where it's getting the image from. So yeah, the nice thing here, it'll use AI generated images if you opt for that. They have a few different models. Let's just go for it. And then here you could pick a theme. Let's pick a nice light colored theme. Awesome. So it's just it's generating everything, which is pretty crazy. I mean, the first time I saw this, I was like, wow, this is nuts. But I think it's very important that we don't just generate this. If you're at a job and you generate something like this, they're going to know it's AI. I mean, it's very generic. It's getting the information from somewhere. So the idea really is to, let's go back. Let's go back and actually I'll show you some few other options. So what you can do is like generate, add in notes and outline or content you'd like to use. So I think a better strategy is to use ChatGPT to generate the outline, then go back to your Gamma and put that in, because it's going to be better. And then, yeah, let me just go back to, let me go back to my career growth toolkit because that's already done. And I can kind of show you, how I've made this better and what are some things you can do. So obviously, I've added in my links to my content. It's not going to know that. I've generated these images separately because I'm iterating on the image multiple times. I'm adding in my own text. I would say, probably actually 70% of the text is from me. But what it's done is it's generated a really good template and it makes it really easy. So like, let's say we're here. You can do stuff like make this longer. So if you just want to use their tools, they have a lot of really nice layouts too. Okay, that's way too long, right? But you can, let's say we want to change this from this kind of timeline. We could add maybe this, I don't know if that works like that. That's the vertical timeline. So yeah, you could click try different layout or make this more visual. It's going to add images. Yeah, so you see here we've changed from a timeline to these boxes. I think it's really neat. I think it's really, really cool. I definitely am a big proponent of this Gamma tool. So if you're interested, definitely check out Gamma. The nice thing, one more thing actually, is that you can create, so yeah, let's say we wanted to make that. You can actually create a presentation, a website, or a document. And it all kind of uses the same AI to generate it. But you can even take these cards and publish it as a landing page just on its own. And I want to see one I did for my friend. Here you can see this is actually, I want to say I already published it. It's super easy. And look, it actually has its own URL. You know, I wouldn't say use this as a landing page, but I think it's pretty cool. I think I prefer other tools for landing pages, but the Gamma has been so far a huge help for generating PDFs and PowerPoint presentations. And I make a lot of those. So I think it's actually really cool. It's $20 a month, I think, for the pro version. You have a free trial you could try. Definitely recommend it. Okay, next thing that we're going to look at is, all right, so for the Career Growth Toolkit, I've used AI to generate the image, which I think is better than a lot of the AI generated images that I make. So I think this one's kind of neat. It's getting some good opt-ins right now as I'm running it on Meta. But let me show you what all of the toolkit components are. So there's that, the document that we just looked at with Gamma, but there's also a quiz. And I think this, you know, maybe people are doing this, but this is the first time I've ever thought of doing this, which is effectively using the custom GPTs as a way to create an assessment for somebody. So I'm sure this is being done, but I think it's kind of neat. Effectively, and this is an assessment. I'll put this in the link. I'll put this down below if you want to try it. The idea with this is that you add some prompts. First of all, if you haven't made a custom GPT, definitely recommend doing that. You can add instructions. You can publish it so it's publicly available. You can add conversation starters like this. And you can even upload files, which I think is the next iteration of what I'm working on. And then here, for my purposes, I need the data analysis code interpreter, and you can enable that. I don't need the image generation. I guess I included web browsing in case the user wants to search for some tools. So the idea here is I made a list of questions, initially with AI, and then I tweaked it a little bit. And these are basic data science software questions. If you feel that you're capable, go and try it out, see if you pass the test. Effectively, these are just multiple choice questions, but I've added these in. And then the idea is that you could share this as a link. Like, yeah, let's say I want the link, copy the link, and let's bring it up. Okay, so, you know, what is the assessment? You click this option, it'll tell you like what areas we cover. Let's just reload it. Let's say we want to get started. Okay, I'll ask you a series of questions related to data science. Okay, which of the following is not a common step in the machine learning workflow? If you think you know the answer, I would say try it out. The answer is obviously A. Okay, the answer is not A, but it's going to keep going, and then in the end, what it does is it'll give you a score for how you did and, you know, congratulate you or whatever. So I think this is also a really neat approach because it's super lightweight. You know, I set this up in probably like 5 to 10 minutes. Like I made the questions before, but the actual like configuration here, super easy. Another thing I want to do, two things you can do here. So if we go along with this like info product assessment, then you could add files. For my purposes, it's data science, so I could add files that I request the user to perform different analytics on, or different sort of PDFs with information that's a little bit more rich than what I can put in the instructions, right? But you can also add actions. So let's say you're using this as like a lead qualification. So like, let's say you want to be really strict with who's going into your course. Then you could set up a tool here, which is like a email tool. You could use Zapier. I've used that before to integrate with custom GPTs. But basically, you could set up a tool here that emails you if the user scores above an 80%. So in that way, I mean, maybe, then you're only getting emails in your inbox that are qualified leads. And then you can go and reach out to them. So that's another way you can use this for client acquisition. I'm right now, as I'm saying this, I'm thinking about setting up something very similar for my agency consultancy, because I really just love how lightweight it is. Almost everybody has a ChatGPT account at this point, right? So it's not like you're asking them to sign up for some new software. You just send them a link, they open it, they can interact with it. It's encoded with exactly your instructions. It could be made to fit your brand and everything like that. So I actually really like this. I think it's a great idea. Yeah, I think that's all I have to share with you all today. I'll be working on expanding on these tools. If you want to follow my channel, I generally post more hard tech or coding videos, but I'm going to be sprinkling in and mixing it up, because I think a lot of people do want the high level approach. If you're watching this, you're a business owner and you want to integrate AI into your business, there's really a lot of things you can do, but you might not have the awareness of really going after it. So it's something you want to get right, and I'm here to help you if that's the case. Just reach out to me, journeymanai.io. And if you're interested in joining our Journeyman AI community, more for the education side, that's at course.journeymanai.io. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day.